Tonight on Murder We Spoke, we ponder the question, does anyone really know anyone? And we do it with super special guest, Pamela Murphy! Welcome back to Murder We Spoke. We convene on the first Friday of every month to a systematic episode of Murder, She Wrote that was lovingly recommended by you, our dear listeners. Listeners? The Scotland at the end of the episode got to me.
Clearly.
Our listeners. I'm Ben Tahaya, and I'm joined, as always, by my co-host, Marissa Galvan. Hello, Marissa.
Hi, Ben.
And we are beyond delighted to be joined by, I'm going to say a fan favorite, who was on our other podcast.
Right.
Our last podcast. It's still got like 3 episodes left, but
It's
in our mind,
we've
been done with it for a while. Pretty Little Liars is ending. I'm sure you're very sad.
Yes.
But Pamela Murphy is here. Hello,
Yay.
Pamela.
Yay, me!
Thank you so much for coming back.
Thank you for having me.
Yes,
when we started this
absolutely.
podcast, we're like, okay, Pam is coming back.
Aww.
And we strong-armed her, and she's here.
Yes, exactly.
They just asked me and I said yes.
That's how we strong-arm people.
Yeah,
We're not good at it. We're not good at it.
Right.
We have a lot to learn, but we'll get there. Okay, guys, the episode we're watching tonight is from Season 8, Episode 9, entitled The Committee.
Oh, okay.
A very literal title. Usually they're like very puntastic, like JB, as in Jailbird, when she went to a prison, like a ladies' prison, to teach them how to write.
Oh.
And she got trapped in there, and she was...
And she was just trying to, do her part. She's just trying to, empower
Teach
women.
them
Yeah.
about murder stories.
And then
you know.
Adrienne Barbeau, got out of hand. Adrienne Barbeau was in that episode.
Wow.
Okay, the original air date for this episode was December 1, 1991. Just to get us in the mood, to get us into the times. The top three into the times.
Yeah.
The top 3 songs, the week of December 1st, 1991.
Can I guess?
Please do.
More Than Words?
No, I feel like
Is
one
that
of them
in
is
there?
super close to More Than Words. I just have the top 3, but I feel like one of them is very close to that.
One is close to More Than Words?
I feel like if you had a mixtape and you put
It
More
would
Than
be
Words
on
on it,
there?
you would also put this song. This song would definitely also be on there.
Oh, that's my only guess. I just really thought for sure it'd be More Than Words. Wait, what about the Humpty Dance?
Oh my God, was that 91?
I was to say, is that too? I feel like is 91 too early for that or too late? I have zero idea.
It might be
I have no
too
clue.
late for.
Was that
I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like it was.
It might have been 90. It might have been.
I
I
know.
feel like it was that era, maybe.
It was definitely that era.
What are the top 3?
Number 3 is Black or White by Michael Jackson.
Oh, okay. I thought that was early 80s. Okay.
And this one, actually, it was climbing the charts. I did look ahead. And
Climbing the charts.
The next 8 weeks was Black or White was number 1.
Oh.
Number 2, and this is the song that I think goes along with your guess. The number 2 song was When a Man Loves a Woman by Michael Bolton.
Oh.
Right?
Oh,
What was
my
happening in
gosh.
1991
And
that was...
people loved Michael Bolton. You're great. Michael Bolton, if you're listening, you're the best.
Yeah.
You're
Alexa?
definitely listening.
Play When a Man Loves a Woman by Michael Bolton.
When a Man Loves a Woman by Michael Bolton.
I thought she was just going to be like, no, I'd rather not. I don't think I want to. Thanks for asking, though.
Think so.
So if you want to just have this playing gently in the background. I don't know if anyone's going to hear this one, but...
Yeah, it's a little low. It'll just get us in the mood.
People...
For loving.
This is a good microphone. Boy, I hope people don't hear this because this song is
This
terrible.
must have been so many people's wedding song.
Oh, of
Oh
course.
my
Oh,
God.
how awful!
horrible.
This is
to
everybody's
imagine.
wedding song.
My dad's stepmom got married very close to this time, and I'm like, we dodged a bullet. If this wasn't their wedding song, we dodged a bullet.
But you're not sure, so I'm just
But
gonna assume it might be.
It's like something schmaltzy like this. Like this
Yeah.
is right.
God, it always is. Like now, it's always
Yeah.
Ed Sheeran for couples.
Ugh. Alexa, volume up. Oh yeah, let's hear. Oh, see there now it kicks in.
Yes.
See, it's volume. That's the problem. You need.
It's not the song; it's the volume.
Michael Bolton needs
I've
volume.
never met an Alexa before.
It's a something.
She's been essentially the third chair of this podcast because we ask her all kinds of stuff
It's
during
like
the
modern
show.
day slavery / the NSA. It's just constantly listening to everything.
Yeah, it's like
cool.
it's like that Black Mirror where that person, they extract the brain
Oh yes, yes.
and they put it in an egg or whatever.
Yeah, that's Alexa.
Okay. Oh boy, see, he's the slow jams.
This really, I can't not
Yeah.
imagine a wedding right now.
This must have been. I mean, this song is long, right?
I mean, it's already too long.
Yeah,
if I'm
it
being
sounded
honest.
like-
Has he said anything other than "When a Man Loves a Woman"?
He had such terror. I mean, his hair is insane.
I don't
Oh.
even know if I know what he looks like. I just know this from like rom-coms or like romantic movies.
You guys, he's kind of winning me over. I'm not gonna lie. Like the more I
Really?
hear, yeah. You know what? I'm coming
yeah,
around.
he's gonna- Key change.
Ben
All
is
right.
a changed man.
You know what? I was shitting on it, and I apologize because I was
Oh,
wrong.
God.
This is great.
But it's crazy because it's like it's not a remake. What do you call it when somebody does a song? When somebody does a song.
A cover.
A cover.
Oh, it's
So
a cover.
This is a
Yeah.
cover. He didn't do this. It wasn't his song.
This is a really old song, like a blues song kind of.
Oh.
Right?
Oh.
I'm pretty
Let's
sure.
do that.
Ask Alexa.
Alexa, play "When a Man Loves a Woman." Let's see if she plays something other than the Michael
When a
Bolton.
Man Loves a Woman by Percy Sledge from Spotify.
Percy Oh my God,
Oh.
nailed it.
Damn.
Okay, let's see what Percy does with this song.
I was gonna
I
say.
thought this. Oh, okay. I'm already like, yes, this is way better.
With the one you can't. Oh, this is the
see,
one
this
I
is
know.
it.
This
This
is
is
the one
the-
I know. I didn't know the Michael
This is
Bolton
like from
one.
the 50s or whatever.
Alexa,
Oh, this is
It's like Motown
trending
sound or
stuff,
whatever.
yeah.
This is like touching.
This is the
like
one.
you're like this is touching. It doesn't have like
This is the one I know from movies, not the
Okay.
other one.
Alexa, volume 7.
You were a fool, Ben.
Okay, God, okay, and I must reverse my decision because Michael Bolton, you're back in the shit house.
yeah.
Fuck that.
We got, okay, and the number one song, which I have never heard in my life, is Set Adrift on Memory Bliss by PM Dawn.
PM Dawn?
D-A-W-N, PM Dawn.
They said Dawn.
Might as well.
What is it? Set adrift on what?
Memory Bliss.
Want to play it?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Okay, Alexa, play Set Adrift on Memory Bliss by PM Dawn.
Sounds
Set
like
Adrift on Memory Bliss. Re-recorded by Prime Minister Don from Spotify.
Oh, the PM stands for Prime Minister Dawn. My apologies, Your Highness.
Is this an acapella group? Oh!
They got jammed. I've never heard this song, but I do see why it's number one.
Oh, I didn't know this. Dance party at that table.
Oh,
Wow, this is like when mixes and mashes up were just
Right.
starting to happen.
people just realized we can sing songs that we didn't write, you guys. Let's get on this.
Hands, a cocktail glass, behind the blinds of plastic plants. They find a lady with a fat diamond ring. And then you know it
I thought he was going when he said fat. I was like, I thought he was going somewhere else.
Or a dream is trying to tell me something. But will I ever stop thinking
Wait, this
about
was from 1991.
This is 1991, the number one song in the first week of December.
I honestly can't believe that this is from 1991 because I feel like this is like advanced.
Right.
Alexa,
The rapping and stuff.
Alexa, volume 3. She's getting a little
Gosh.
carried away. She's getting a little carried away.
I love that you yelled at her.
You have to. You have to put her in her place sometimes.
Does she only know your voice?
No, you can say.
Anybody can say it.
Anybody. She's just listening for her
Anybody
name.
can say it.
Oh,
God.
She's listening to everything, Ben. Don't be fooled. She's not just listening for her name.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, that's
She is
the
listening
CIA.
to anything.
Everything.
The CIA. And that's fine. If they want to hear me listening to Michael Bolton,
That's fine.
fine. I'm
Honestly,
okay with
you
it.
should be kind of embarrassed if that's
Then
it.
they just bust
You're
down
on
the
some,
door.
Yeah, you're on some watch list.
Okay. Set Adrift.
I've never heard this song in my
Neither
life.
have I. Okay, I'm glad I'm not alone.
I've never heard. I mean, I know this much is true.
And they sampled it just ever so briefly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then,
But I've never in my life heard this song.
Wow,
Okay.
91.
like, I feel like that's a very rangy top three.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson, Michael Bolton, and then Prime Minister Don.
And this is 2 days after I turned 1 year old.
Oh,
This is a vibes that was going on.
This was
during
like
my,
when you were like your
coming to
formative
Earth.
years. Your mom and dad, they were just jamming
This
some memory
into the
bliss.
Wonder Years, dude.
They were listening to Michael Bolton when you were being born.
Yeah, probably.
That's how it happened.
think, yeah,
That's
no,
how
my
it
mom always
happened.
says it was the Wonder Years, but I think it was probably Michael Bolton, actually.
She's just too ashamed, as she should be.
Right.
Okay, Alexa, stop. That's enough.
Yeah.
That's enough of you, Alexa.
Thanks.
We get
Alexa.
it. Thanks, Alexa. Thanks for nothing.
Thanks for nothing, Alexa.
Are you scared she's gonna rebel? I get scared when you're mean to her.
She will like dress you down if you swear at her.
Really?
Try it.
She'll just be like, "That's inappropriate."
Really?
Do it.
If you want to swear at her,
No,
you
no,
go right
I'm
ahead.
scared.
I'm not
scared of robots.
You're
robots
scared
taking
of-
over.
When Skynet becomes real, you don't want to be the first target
No.
because you
No.
called Alexa the C word once.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Ooh, ooh.
Okay. Usually we go over the top 3 movies as well to get people in the mood, but that's going to be part of our games.
Okay.
So we'll hold off on
Save
that.
it for later.
I did want to get a couple notes on this episode. As per usual, we do have a Seinfeld connection. If anybody's a fan of Seinfeld, did you see the Seinfeld connection?
I don't know.
Was the detective a Seinfeld connection?
Yes, it
Okay.
was.
I
She's
knew
only
it. I
Yes.
knew it. I knew
Okay.
it. I knew
She was
it.
the
I
only
knew
one I
it.
recognized, but I don't know how. Like, from what?
He was. He had a storyline with Kramer
Of course.
that involved a wool sweater.
Oh.
He is the sniffing accountant.
No.
Yes.
That's amazing. I just watched that episode recently, too.
And it's like it's
All
go-
all white guys look the same.
and it's got to be like right in the same era. Like it's the same. Like this could have only been like Seinfeld must have only been like a couple years later.
Yeah.
Giving off Seinfeld vibes in the beginning, like, this will be easy to solve.
He did
We
have
just
that
find
when he
we'll
came
just
in.
do
Because he was
it.
like, we need a New York detective. And they were like, hey, you. He was like, you hot shots in your big club.
We're
like
gonna nuke them all.
I like yeah. And he walked in. He's like, yeah, this is pretty straightforward. All we got to do to solve this, all we got to do is
It was
find the
weird.
murderer. It's like, oh yeah, fair.
It was weird. He
Yeah.
walks in
Good
and
call.
says,
Good
I
call.
ain't gonna, there ain't much of a story for you to write here, Miss Lansbury.
Yeah.
Yeah. All we gotta do is figure out who killed him. That's it. Dunzo. Easy
Exactly. What are
peasy.
you
And then-
talking about?
Well, detective, but what about like even if it's the person who owns the gun, it could be someone else that fired the gun. No problem. We're gonna nuke him. What do
Yeah.
you say? Get out of here. We're gonna...
Excuse me? Ugh, nuke.
It's
Let me spell
because
it out
every-
for you newbies.
What was it? Nuke. I even wrote it down. I don't remember what it is
Nuke.
off the top of my head.
Uh,
It doesn't matter. Maybe I didn't write it down.
He was like, neuron input, output.
like it didn't
Activation
even
test.
go with nuke. It, like
It
he
didn't
said
really
didn't
go
stand
with the
for
nuke.
nuke.
It wasn't
No.
like N-U-K or
No.
N-U-C
No, it
or
was
whatever. He was
just
like,
something.
oh, we'll just nuke him. Pardon me, detective. It was really weird.
I'm just like, but do you know there was like a gun firing competition yesterday? Yeah. So what?
Might
He's
complicate things
so
slightly.
your nuke results won't work.
And he's like, I guess this will be a little harder than I
It
thought.
was weird.
Yeah,
It was
good
weird.
call.
It was weird. Like, what detective would walk in, find Angela Lansbury, and say, this is going to be easy?
What?
A Seinfeld.
The guy
guy,
from
dude.
Seinfeld, the sniffing accountant.
Oh, that's amazing.
Let's see. John McMartin, who played Winston Devermore, her paramour, that's
Okay.
apparently taking her to Scotland at the end of this
Oh,
episode.
Right.
weird.
He is
Who is
he is a multiple murderer. Just on the he's been on the show multiple times. That's what we call
Okay.
people that have been on this. He's been on the show, on Murder, She Wrote 4 times, playing 4 different people.
Playing 4 different people?
That is one of the hallmarks of the show, is they have actors come back, but they just have them play different roles.
That is so bizarre.
Honestly, probably can't tell because all white dudes. I swear.
This
You
episode-
They all
you
look,
could
this
replace
was
them
just
with
they
a million
all
other.
look the same.
I think that added to the confusion. Like, maybe I would have understood what was going on, but it just involved like 7 white guys who all looked vaguely the same and had similar
same
names.
outfits and in a
Yeah.
dark room with only half their face, and they all kind of spoke the same.
Yeah, and they were like,
bizarre.
Yeah, they were all like, my name is Winston Devereaux, and my name is Buttermore Witherhill, and it was like
And there was
really...
2 Kales. I don't.
Yeah,
There was a
Mr.
Kale.
Kale.
Why
There was
was
a
there a
Kale and
Kale
a
at
brother. Yeah.
Harcourt, and someone was named
And he was
Harcourt.
like, my name is Harcourt, for parkour, for short.
So we're just like, yeah, that's Tweety, that's someone else.
Yeah,
We're just trying
because
to-
he's wearing a very stylish tweed outfit.
Yeah.
With a
I did like his
matching
tweed
tweed
outfit.
cap.
The guy that played Winston, I know him from playing Kimmy Schmidt's date on an episode of The Unbreakable
You're
Kimmy Schmidt.
kidding me.
Wait, what season?
The first season, remember, what's Jenna Malone?
Yeah.
That's not her name.
No.
Yeah. Jane Krakowski.
Jane Krakowski.
Krakowski,
She sets Kimmy Schmidt up with someone from her club, and it's this super old dude, this old
Oh my
crazy dude
God.
that lived through World War II, that is like
Yes.
yelling at her and like fumbling down the street after her. That's him,
Oh my
25
god.
years later.
and he's
need to rewatch
hilarious.
that.
He also like looks exactly the same in Kimmy Schmidt as he does here,
Oh,
and he's
really?
also hilarious on that episode.
Yeah.
Maybe he had work done.
I think he had work
Yeah.
done back then. Like his face looked a little tight
Yeah.
back then.
He had like he had a little trouble talking. And I feel
Absolutely.
that comes from his face being too tight. I thought he was drunk, but
Right.
And, yeah,
I guess
and,
plastic surgery.
multiple times, like someone would address him, and then he would like pause for a beat and then answer.
I
So
know.
like everything was just a
and
little slower
editing
with
must
him.
have been different back then
'Cause-
because they just left the silence in before someone said their line.
It's
And
a
Pam
dramatic
noticed
choice. It's a dramatic
the
choice.
microphone hanging out in the top
Oh,
of the...
baby, a boom in the shot. We got a boom in the shot. We got a boom in the shot. We got a boom in the shot.
It was
They're like,
beautiful.
we want a big white shot, and then
There's the
you didn't
microphone.
get the memo.
I was
Back
like,
and forth.
is that the microphone? That's not a chandelier.
Definitely not.
it was hanging right in front of the chandelier. It was very disappointing. Very disappointing. My last note: the writer of this episode, J. Michael Straczynski, has actually written a ton of shit. He wrote 7 episodes of Murder, She Wrote. He wrote on He-Man and She-Ra,
Wow.
the cartoons. He wrote on Babylon 5.
Ooh.
He wrote the movie Thor
What?
and World,
the recent Thor?
the recent Thor. The Kenneth Branagh directed,
Oh my god.
Chris Hemsworth starring Thor was written by the guy that wrote this episode of Murder, She Wrote.
What?
He also wrote World War Z starring Brad Pitt.
What? I love me some World War Z.
This
My
guy's like a
mind's blown
superstar.
right now,
This
yeah.
guy's a superstar.
Maybe I should have more respect for this episode now.
Yeah, I
Right?
don't
Like, you're
know.
like, oh.
This is his early work. It's okay.
Yeah.
He
He
wrote
was
on,
figuring it all out.
He wrote on the 80s remake of The Twilight Zone. And he is a writer and creator on Sense8, the Wachowski.
What?
The
Oh, it
Wachowski
just
show.
got canceled.
It did?
we
After the
just-
second season?
We just started season 2. A little hard to get into.
I have a hard time getting into one.
I got into one like crazy
Really?
and loved it. I love
I
season
got
1.
into
Okay, I'm gonna
one.
keep going.
I reckon. I think
Yeah.
it's.
I liked 1, but we
I
haven't
loved
started
1.
2 yet, but they can't. Well, now I just like want to give up. I'm
Sorry.
like, whatever. No, it's good.
Well, maybe somebody else will.
No, whatever.
Yeah.
I like your optimism, but let's not.
Maybe they'll give him like a movie or something. It's
Yeah.
the Wachowskis. Let them wrap it up.
Yeah.
Let's see what else. He is rumored to be involved in the upcoming Godzilla vs. King Kong movie.
To be the writer of it?
Yeah.
Oh.
They have like on IMDb. They have like 4 rumored writers, and he's one of them. So who knows if it's.
Oh.
I
But
don't
yeah,
know,
but
seems
that's it.
like it could be legit.
And apparently, a lot of the weird names in this episode he stole from like someone in Star Trek was named Harcourt, and someone in Babylon 5 was
I was
named this.
wondering
Like
about
he
like
stole.
hardcore. I was like, it sounds like hardcore. But
Yeah,
weird.
he borrowed. So yeah, if you're a sci-fi nerd, you can go back through this
Sign me up.
episode.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't get any of the references, but apparently he just littered. Like all his characters are just named after other things
That's
that he
good.
likes.
Little homages.
So yeah, so I thought that was pretty cool. Oh, and speaking of the writers, I actually went back. My boyfriend, my husband, sorry.
Yay!
He dragged me out to Terranea in Southern California, which is just like a giant rich people resort where you can like walk along the cliffs.
And that's why you married him.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh no, we just went there for the day. We didn't stay there. Yeah,
him.
we went there and walked around and then got like a bowl of muesli. It was not. But he just wanted to do some work and have like a picturesque thing, and I went with him. And I was looking up episodes. I was like, how many female writers do you think this is a female-led show?
Oh my god.
Like, how many female writers? So I looked at the first 18 episodes that we covered.
Okay.
And what do you think? I'll let each of you guess. Out of the, I didn't count the total, but there was on average 1.5 writers per episode. So there's probably like 30 writers for those 18 episodes that we watched. How many of them do you think were female?
1.
Oh, you're both under. It was 4. Sucker.
Okay, well, Price is Right rules. At least we both.
Yeah, we didn't
But
go
they did confine 2 of them to 1 episode. Like,
They
had 2 of them right.
That still is like nothing, but because you're saying it, I was like, it's got to be like nothing.
I was
but
on
4
the
is
0.
nothing.
Yeah, 4 is still.
4 out of 30. Yeah.
Oh, we should have built it up. We should have been like, well, it should be
Right, exactly.
It should be like 75%.
Right. Should be all women, okay,
It
Ben?
should be all women.
Exactly. It's Jessica Flett. It's Murder She
But I
Wrote.
bet
Yeah,
you
it's
that
Murder,
they
She
wrote
Wrote.
the best ones.
But I bet you Angela Lansbury was like, women writers don't know what they're doing. I need a man to write my script.
I hope not.
That would be awful.
The one episode that was written by 2 women is the best episode we've seen so far.
Really?
If it's Thursday, it must be better.
That was the best.
That's the best episode
Really?
we've seen.
Is it?
Yeah,
That
it's
is
so
a
good.
legit great episode.
I hope it won an Emmy.
Can you do like a brief synopsis of what that episode was?
It's the title comes from the movie If It's Tuesday, It Must Be Belgium, which is a movie where these people in the 60s, like Ian McShane, a young, like super gorge Ian McShane, is like a tour guide that takes these Americans around Europe. And it's like such a cheap, packed little tour that they jump around so much that, oh, it's Tuesday, so I guess we know we're in Belgium. Like, they're going so quick, they're not enjoying anything.
Yeah.
And so this episode was If It's Thursday, It Must Be Beverly, where the one of the key plot points was was it the mailman? I think it was the mailman. Basically had a schedule like he would bang Beverly on Thursday, he would bang
Like all these old
Lisa
women,
on just like he would just pick with women on his route, and he had a schedule lined up when he would stop and bang these women, and then one of them wound up dead or something.
Yeah.
And so he became a suspect, and he's like, "Well, I was there, but we were just banging."
Yeah, it was
so
such a
great.
well done episode. All these like hair.
Oh, and they had like, and a lot of it takes place in the beauty parlor. So there's like a lot of the
And,
just
like,
like these old
gossipy
ladies, the
shit.
gossipy stuff, and they use that as like one of the plot points.
But it was actually really funny.
It was really funny. It was like the mystery was like
It was fast.
Yeah,
it was
and they
like,
were. It was fast.
It was energetic.
Yeah.
And they
so
weren't, like,
energetic.
energetic.
But the women weren't like ashamed to be like just hooking up. Like they were proud of it, and I like that, especially like in the because that episode's from the mid-80s.
That was an early one. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that was from the 80s, and it's like they're just like
no slut shaming here. She's like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
that's like
Girls
yeah,
roll.
even
Yeah.
like one old, like super old lady came. I was like, it was just a good old fashioned roll in the hay or something like that. She was like super.
A romp.
It was just
A
a
romp.
romp.
A romp.
Okay. So yeah,
Girls
that's
rule, boys rule.
those are the before notes I had. So if you want to jump into
What
the
was
episode.
Okay.
It was. I felt kind of bad that this was Pam's first intro to murder.
That's right. She's never seen one.
I've never seen a full episode.
And-
I mean, everybody's seen like bits and pieces. Everybody
I've
knows the
seen
theme
bits and-
song.
Yeah.
Because this one was kind of slow and drawn out
It
and
was
very.
very-
It's boring.
Not exciting.
I mean,
was
to
really
put a
slow.
word on it, it was like very
Yeah.
slow. The tone was even really weird.
The tone was very relaxing, like very
I
sleepy.
could fall asleep. I didn't like the. I mean, we haven't really seen any that are in New York. I don't think. But I like it when they're in Maine and everyone knows each
But
other.
it's weird
like
that this-
cheerier. They're more upbeat. I don't know.
But like this wasn't like okay, so it was weird because the establishing shot was Manhattan, and I was like, oh, that's weird. I thought she was in Cape Cod or whatever.
Yeah.
Or and then I guess she's out to dinner with that guy. I don't know why. She's out to dinner with that guy.
She's just like
she's doing a book signing in New York, right?
Yeah.
Yes, there you
Why
go.
did that even happen? Why did that even happen?
Exactly.
So she's doing a book signing. Why did that woman even come up and was like, "Could you make it out to Doris, please?
Right,
Whatever
that's
you
just
do."
fucking filler.
We just
right
have
there.
to see someone fawning over Jessica.
I know.
It's
I don't know
mandatory.
why. And then they were like, and then some other woman came up and was like, "Jessica, please, we've got a line going out the door. Could you stay?" And Jessica was like, "How about another half hour?" And then, "Oh, Jessica, you're a lifesaver, right?" So then that old guy comes up and is maybe an old friend of hers or whatever.
No,
She's
we
got
don't know.
She's got like an old friend in every episode
Yeah.
that knew her back in the day.
So then he's like, "Would you want to go out to dinner?" And she's like, "Let me go back to my hotel and change out of these rags," which was like a very fancy
She
suit.
was, like it was like a
Right.
gorgeous like red
For a book
stunning
signing.
like
She was ready for a
yeah.
book signing.
Yeah,
It was
books,
like a
and
nice
she was like,
jacket.
"Let me get back and change, and then we'll go out to dinner." So they go out to dinner, and she changes to an insane, sequiny, shiny, multicolored, huge outfit.
I feel like usually it's the men hitting on JB. I feel like with that outfit choice, she's peacocking it up. She's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
she wants to get noticed.
peacocking.
Yeah.
She wants to get noticed.
She wants to get noticed. She's in Manhattan, and they're out to dinner. And then the other thing too was, this is what I thought was weird. So again, so they like this. She's like, they make this whole big deal. So then they go out to dinner, and he's just like, "Want to do a reading at my exclusive club?" And she's like, "Sure."
and that's what that was all
Why
for.
was that all for that?
Why was there a 5-minute scene for
But-
him to ask that question?
But it was also like too. I love that he was like, well, you know, Robert Frost and Ernest Hemingway, you know, have read there, have done readings there, and she's like, "All men, I noticed."
Yeah,
She was like, she did say that she was, and
Mm-hmm.
so she was the first. She hit, you know,
the
that she
first
burst through that
woman.
glass ceiling of this exclusive club
Thank
to
God
do
for
a
JB.
reading there.
I feel like, yeah, we're recording this episode the same day Wonder Woman premieres in theater, so I feel like it's all very...
Yeah,
Yeah.
know.
all the,
I
It-
like
it
how
all
you're
fits.
making connections.
It all fits in.
It does. It does.
She's the first female speaker at this club.
Oh.
And then he's like, maybe, just maybe, I'm not going to say it's going to happen, but maybe then we'll admit a female member. I'm not saying it's
He's
going
like,
to...
Right.
This
he's
could
like,
open the door.
you'd
That's all.
be the first, Jessica, and maybe there'd be more females, you know? I thought it was
Yeah.
very funny.
Yeah.
And then she read, okay, so here's what I'm wondering. What she read, so is that the first time we've heard, like, part of a novel by Jessica? Is that part of her real novel, or did she do readings all the time?
No, well,
Uh,
we've only seen
35, this is only a
35
35th episode.
That's
And there hasn't
only
been-
35.
Only
right.
35 hours of this show have we seen.
but no,
I don't recall another time
No.
where we've
ever heard
she's
her.
done a reading. No,
Right, so I wonder if,
They
like,
just cracked open a Grisham and were like,
yeah,
just
and they
read
were
a
like,
paragraph
yeah,
of this.
yeah, yeah,
Because
yeah.
when did they start making the books of like the Murder She Wrote play? You know, the chapter
Oh.
books and stuff.
There are books, but like there are Murder She Wrote books, but it's just continuations of Jessica Fletcher. It's not
Oh,
like
got
the
it,
books
got
that
Oh,
she
they're
wrote.
not like what? Oh, where was fan fiction then? Why
I
weren't
know,
they doing
exactly.
Oh, they should have.
that? Why
just,
weren't they doing that?
I want to
Handbooks
read
it.
her first book is entitled "The Corpse Who Danced at Midnight." Why
Oh.
isn't that a real book that I
They
can
They
pick up and
also
read?
didn't they also mention the corpse who danced at midnight?
Exactly.
That was the
She's
one
like,
she's
I've
like-
been a fan since.
Ever
the
since
corpse
the-
that died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have been a fan ever since the corpse danced. Make it out to Doris. Make it out to Doris.
Oh God,
Doris
I love
was
some
thirsty.
authors, but I can never imagine acting like that.
It was
I'm
crazy.
so monotone too. I'd be like, "Hi, yeah, Marissa."
Make it out.
One
Right,
or two
you wouldn't be
S's,
like,
thank you.
I'm a big fan.
Oh my God,
Let me
ever since.
pause. Let me pause before I speak.
Oh God, and then
She was-
walk away like, "Hi." Yeah,
Yeah.
And she was just making the most of her 3 lines.
I know
Yeah.
she was.
She
She
probably
really
got her
was.
SAG card for that role.
She was really
Very
milking it.
excited,
Everybody,
Doris.
so many people were milking their 1 or 2 lines
It
in
was,
this.
yeah. Ugh.
The kid who kept bringing people the keys.
Yeah, the key.
Oh my God.
He'd like linger a little bit and smile.
He
'cause
would be
he's-
like, "Hello, I've got this for you."
"Did you notice I'm the only one under 40 in this episode?
Yeah.
How pretty am I?"
Hey,
Exactly.
Mom, hey, Mom, see me? Yeah.
Let's see. We had some 90s suspenders.
I was like,
Oh yes, then we cut to that scene of the bad guys.
I love. We basically cut to Bernie Sanders' nightmare, I feel like.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of old, white, rich bankers in a room, like, with a black table that's reflective, and they're just sitting there plotting how to spend their money and screw other people out of their money.
And one of them was worth $2 billion in '91. I don't know what the inflation was, but that's a lot.
That's a lot.
I missed that.
Yeah.
But the guy who did, because they were like, you were hoping to get your brother's fortune.
Yeah,
which
and
is worth.
they mentioned
the dead
$2
guy
billion.
was worth $2 billion?
Yeah.
Boy, he did not dress
Mr.
like
Kale.
it.
Well, because he was screwing everybody over. Oh, with his popped collar and his, like, yucky leather jacket.
And the way, like, when he was, like, flirting with the other guy's wife. And by
seems really gross.
And by flirting, I mean holding her hand and then, like, just caressing her
No,
full
like her
arm
full
in the
arm.
middle of a
Little
party.
little
All the way up to
gloves.
her shoulder with her,
Oh,
with her
God.
strapless dress.
And he was so tiny compared to her, it was even more embarrassing.
But he was, like, leaning way over. Like, she was just kind of, like, standing up and giggling.
But she was
and
also,
he was just
like...
leaning.
it was, like... the way her breasts were, it was like Wonder Woman's. Actually, it was kind of like Wonder Woman's, like Linda Carter Wonder Woman.
There's a reason that style dress went away. It's just not flattering to anybody.
It's not particularly flattering, no.
Like,
it's not particularly flattering. But wait, so this is what I'm wondering, okay? Because they were like, they have this shot of Manhattan, they go out to dinner, blah, 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 blah. All these men are in this exclusive club, but when they pulled up to the club, is that supposed to be Manhattan? All those that looked like suburbia,
like that old German cottage that they kept pulling up in front of. Yeah, where was that?
And going to those people's houses.
Exactly. How far away are you? What was that taxi ride cost? I don't know.
Right.
Because it
seemed like Manhattan. It seemed like they were like out on Long Island or like up in Westchester.
Upstate,
upstate New York or.
Yeah, they're like
on the Hudson River or something.
The secretary that took a long cab ride, like that was a long cab ride.
Yeah.
Because you had to take that was a while to get there.
Right, and the club, because it's like, oh, how exclusive this club, and I wonder because I guess it was the height after the '80s, right? Very Wall Streety, very people were really into these.
Do you think they just saw Wall Street and were like, let's do something like this?
Yeah, with suspenders, with leather suspenders. The guy had like a real power suit. Wall Street. They were Wall Street men.
Like
very
the
Wall
giant,
Street.
thick '90s lapels.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the tie, and they if they buttoned their suit, their ties were so thick you barely saw any of their shirt.
Oh,
it was so disgusting.
It was really.
It was
not a great time.
No, not a great time for fashion.
And they're like, you know what Wall Street was missing? Putting balls in pouches. That's what that movie was missing. So we're gonna double down. We're gonna just have multiple votes using balls and pouches.
Weird boys club frat.
It was weird because they were like, let's vote on what to do because this guy's an asshole and we're the committee, which is the name of the episode, right? So
and they kept which they said 97 times.
Yeah.
I should have counted how many times they said the committee.
Oh, what was it? What did they call it though? It was sanctions, right?
Yes.
Is that what they called it?
Yeah, sanctions instead of expelling him because they might still need him in the future.
They kept saying like, what do we do? We're going to sanction him
so
or
what
whatever.
would the enforcer do? It was
kind of
like...
They're just like, we'll just fine him or do something. It's like, why do you need a secret vote? And then does the enforcer get to be like, am I going to charge him $1 million?
The enforcer is allowed to do whatever they want. Yeah, why don't they just... It was a really dumb, weird... Why were they the committee where they voted on?
And they're not supposed to tell anyone. Like, no one was supposed to know
who the
enforcer was.
Like, why... They just were like... It was just like part of them was like... Let's just make it weird for the hell of it.
Yeah, let's make it... And then, like,
that's all it was.
That's all it was. The dude in Tweed was playing with tarot cards in the beginning, which I didn't understand.
Yeah, at first it was like... He walks into this weird room that's like Illuminati kind of people or whatever. That's what it was kind of supposed to be like, right? These
it's like that table in The Simpsons that has like Krusty the Clown, Mr. Burns, like all those guys. That's what it is. It's the Murder, She Wrote version of that.
That's exactly what it was. And then he's like, the guy walks in and he hands him a death card. So it's like, oh, so they're going to kill this guy. And then they were like, which was weird because they built the stakes up like they were going to kill this guy by having a death tarot card. And then they were like, we're just here to vote. And so maybe we kick him out of the club. Maybe we
fine him a little bit.
Fine him. Maybe we don't, it wasn't like...
But it's
seemed
up to you.
like,
it's up to you what you want to do.
Yeah, but it seemed like it was like, now we're going to murder this guy. First of all, the murder didn't happen for 40 minutes or something.
We
It was
got-
like
yeah,
forever.
we got-
It was for forever.
Yeah, we got waist deep into this episode before anybody got murdered.
And all we
Right.
heard was a shotgun blast. Like, if you're gonna lead me up, I want to see like a little like
And the thing,
Yeah,
something.
just a little, a hint.
Just a hint of murder.
A nod to a murder.
Exactly.
A nod to
like
a
a
murder.
body fall or something.
Yeah.
and when they pulled out and like like, oh, we're gonna hear the shotgun, I at least want to see like a flare up in the window from the shotgun
Right.
blast.
Yeah.
No, we just heard like a muffled shotgun
Also,
I
blast.
know.
if you shoot someone close range with a shotgun, that person's gonna be covered in. It's not like, oh, there was a taxi driver who said, oh, you look familiar. It's like, yeah, he was covered in muscle and blood
Yeah.
and like fucking nastiness.
That's
Yeah.
the thing, and they're back in that room like later that day to like take more votes or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's
It's
not like
no, that's
shotgun
like
blasts
that's
everywhere.
a deep cleaning. Like, you're lucky you're back in that room in a week.
Oh,
I know,
yeah,
because-
Between
way.
the investigation and the cleanup, like, yeah, a week turnaround is if you're lucky.
And
Oh,
and
God.
because even before that, because they had that, shooting competition the day of, they
Right,
show
what-
the
what's it
scene
called?
of them blasting apart the skeet disc thing or whatever,
Yeah,
the
from like a
pigeon or whatever
distance,
it's
and
called.
it's like,
Yeah, and it disintegrates in the sky, and they're like, make sure we get this shot, and make sure whatever we
Right.
do, we're gonna get this shot.
because that's what
God.
happened to Kale's head, basically.
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
Kale.
Mr. Kale, two Mr. Kales.
But they did polish that table was in pristine condition.
It
It was.
and the
They
place
had
was
someone
round.
keep coming in from props to keep polishing,
Making sure it was
polishing.
all good.
And then I'm sure they were like, whatever you do, don't touch no fingerprints. Don't touch this table.
The second, like, they don't notice the microphone coming down, but if there's like, I saw a print on that. Guys,
I
let's
know.
get the rag in
Come
here.
on.
God
Here,
damn
can
it.
we need to hold.
No one's going home until I get a
hold
clean
for the
shot.
table.
No.
Hold for the table.
So my favorite part of the episode, I think, was when they do get ready to vote. Old Man Tweed just yells, "Laura!" and she
Yeah.
She just pops in.
scuttles in, and she's like, "What's up, boss?"
Yeah.
Like, and is like, and she knew what to do. She's like, "We're voting now," and she's like, "Okay, here's
And
everybody."
she like stares at everyone as she's walking by. Like,
Yeah.
come on, girl, you're.
She's like part timid, but also part like, "Hey, do you want to help me in my murder scheme?" And she's like, "Yeah, okay."
okay.
yeah.
I
So
thought
she's
it was
like-
a joke for $10,000.
It's like when they said that. Do you remember in 2012 when Mitt Romney was debating Barack Obama? He's like, "Do you want to bet $10,000 bet 10,000?"
No,
It's like
he didn't.
I
love
don't
it.
remember that.
he made like because Barack Obama's like, "Oh, that never happened." He's like, "Yes, it did. $10,000 bet," and it's like. Because he's
That's insane.
The common man who just makes a $10,000
Who would
bet.
Wow.
ever be like, I bet you $10,000?
Yeah, that almost
Mitt
sounds-
Romney.
If it wasn't for
What
our
a dumb
political
idiot.
climate now,
I just
He should have said $10. Then
Yes.
if he said $10, everybody would have been like, he's a regular like me.
or like, you owe me a soda after, or like
Right.
something fucking stupid.
we'd be in the second term of Mitt Romney right now if it weren't for that goddamn
Oh my
$10,000 bet.
God.
What a dope. Did you ever watch that documentary, Mitt,
Yes,
following him on the campaign trail?
I loved it.
Oh,
I thought it
it's
was
so like sad, like
It really
how.
is. It's because turns out he's like a normal person and not
Yeah.
like a robot asshole.
Yeah.
He is kind of
The-
like a He is kind of like a
He's just like a normalish, nerdish dude.
He's
like,
kind of like a normalish nerdish
Right,
dude, but he is
kind of.
still he's
but
still
he's
an asshole. He's
but
still a
he's
robot.
always still an
Yeah.
asshole. Like,
yeah,
no,
he's still
no
a
debate.
robot and an asshole.
But like through the whole campaign, you never felt sympathy for him. But when you're
No,
seeing like
you didn't. You
in
were
the-
like, this poor guy. You do feel sorry for him.
like in the hotel room with the kids and like
He
watching
seems
like
like a
all that
regular
stuff come in.
person,
You're
yeah.
like, yeah, you felt.
But like he was just so.
If
I
he-
have to put on a face. I have to look.
For
I
the
have to
party,
look
it have to
confident.
be like, yeah.
I have to look confident. I have to look strong or whatever. But that's not the kind of guy he was.
No.
You know
No.
what I mean? He was
That's
like
the thing.
a.
So
He was a puppet.
he
yeah,
was
he was
putting-
just like kind of a goof.
he was like
Yeah.
he's a Mormon. He's a goddamn
Yeah,
like
he's a dumb
Yeah.
Mormon.
yeah. Come out if he had come out and been like. Seriously, like if a glimmer of what happened, like in that documentary, was like actually on the campaign stage and whatever, it would have done a world of good for him.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah, it
Like,
would have
if-
been like, oh, he's a regular person. Yeah.
Like remember how we all like love Obama? He's cracking jokes and
Yeah.
Yeah,
like-
because he's a regular.
'cause
Because you're
he's-
like, oh, he's a regular guy, but like not a regular guy doesn't say, I'll bet you $10,000.
Half of your guys' salary. These people
Unless
Exactly.
you're like a kid would say it. A kid would be like, I'll bet you as much money as there is in the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like Dr. Evil, like $1 million.
She
And they're
did-
like, what?
Yeah.
you didn't do that. I did so. I'll bet you $10,000 I did.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
When
Yeah.
you're gonna do sue me, it's like the
Exactly.
most.
I said 10,000 doll hairs.
Can I ask you a
We
question?
all use that
Classic.
line. Yeah.
So this episode was recommended, right? by
It
listeners.
was. Did I say who it was? It was recommended by our pal Alan Adrian from Facebook. I don't think I mentioned that.
No.
Now,
So thank you,
why
Alan.
do we know? Did Alan say why? Does Alan
I don't
say
think he
why?
did.
Alan,
If they-
we need
if
a
they give
follow
us-
up as to why.
If they give us like a reason why, I usually include it, but I didn't this time, and I might just be doing him wrong by not including it. But
Alan, if you're still listening,
I do think like he's like on the Facebook page, very active, very good,
Okay.
very good kid. He's a good kid.
kid.
I don't know.
Okay, I was about to say, like, what kid is
He's
sitting
not
here
like
watching
he's not like
Murder, She Wrote?
7. That's not
Yeah.
very. He's a good kid. He's a good kid. I think this is the only episode he's recommended though.
Well,
so
okay,
like,
we need reasoning.
I
Not
want to
hating,
know
we just
why.
wanna
I want to know why. Why did you like this episode?
We want to appreciate it the way you appreciate it.
I will say when we tweeted out that we were doing this one, Steffi, one of our listeners, did say that she loves the fashion in this episode.
Oh my God, the fashion is beyond reproach.
Can't argue with that. Can't
You
argue with
can't.
that.
Even the scene at the end with the secretary, her outfit
that-
is
yeah.
amazing.
That-
Jessica, when she does her reading, her
The
jacket,
shoulder pads on
oh,
I
so
loved her glasses,
flattering and
too, though.
slimming,
They
flattering
looked
and
amazing.
slimming.
Yeah, she looked amazing in this episode. I like just the book signing, the red thing, like her in red. I'll take any
Right.
day
Oh.
with a smart gold brooch. And even at the end when she's telling like solving the murder, she's got this little scarf on that's like
She
off to the
does.
side. Like I think
It's
it's
like
built
a-
into the shirt or
She
something.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
best
it's like
dress.
a-
And it looks super.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
looks like it's just super cash, but it's like. You could never get a scarf to
Super
fall
cash.
that way if you tried for
Of
a
course
thousand.
not.
Oh, yeah.
But Jessica Fletcher's like, and it's done, and it looks
Just put
perfect.
this
Right.
on in the car.
So, but she liked the fashion. I like read the. This is one of on IMDb. You know, people get to go rate the episodes, and I always take note. The ones we do are usually around a 7.8. This one was like an 8.1. So this one was like even a notch above the normal great
Maybe
episodes.
because it is a complicated mystery.
I feel like
A little bit of a complicated
I mean,
mystery.
they're
Why
all
would it be
complicated
higher?
To me. I don't know.
I feel like maybe it is just because it's such a different tonal thing. So if you've watched 8 seasons of, let me throw a metaphor at
Okay.
you see if you this works. for you.
Okay.
Okay, Ben.
We've been watching Roger Moore James Bond movies,
Okay.
like goofy, campy. Everybody's having a little fun,
Uh-huh.
and in walks the Tim Dalton Bond movies. It's darker. It's more serious. The consequences are more dire. I think it's just like maybe it's just because it's so different from like the first couple seasons where you have derpy derp Amos,
Right, that maybe
Amos
it
the
seems
sheriff
like a
screwing
little...
up.
Okay.
So maybe it's just people were ready because the ratings were going down,
Right.
and then I think it was even Angela Lansbury who's like, okay, we're gonna mix it up, move Jessica to New York. She's gonna get a teaching job at a college, do all this stuff. Ratings went back up.
Okay.
So this ploy
Maybe that's
worked.
why.
So maybe
That's
people were just
weird.
ready for a change in the show.
Maybe
Oh,
because
okay.
we've only seen 35 episodes. We're,
We're
still
still-
ready for old.
We
old
still want
Jessica,
the we
yeah.
still want the Roger Moore James Bond. We're not quite ready.
Oh,
We're not quite ready
yeah.
for like the more serious Daniel
And
Craig.
you're
Sophisticated.
definitely
Yeah.
not ready for this.
I wasn't ready
No.
for this. I wasn't ready for this.
But
It was very dramatic, right? Or an
Yeah.
attempt at drama.
yeah,
right?
and normally
It
it's
yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
It was a
And
very
even, like-
strong attempt at drama.
And even like serious like sax jazz music playing like
Yeah.
when they were pulling up in the car. And
They
there was
spent so much money. Oh my god,
the
that car
The
crash.
car budget in this episode.
The car budget.
With
Oh
the
my
one-
god.
the one stunt guy.
So here's
Okay, this
my
is a good eye, Ben. This is a
Really?
good eye.
now I've come up with a new theory because in the red sports car that crashes,
Uh-huh.
it's Harcourt. Was that the driver?
Yeah.
Harcourt and our buddy, what's his name? Winston are driving in the car, and then we get a pull-out shot, and we see just one dude in the car. Mm-hmm. Clearly, when they're doing the stunt work, clearly empty seat. Do you think they found? Okay, we've got this old footage of this car going crazy. Let's just find this car, put them in it, and we'll use that. Because I just refuse to believe
They just
that
didn't.
CBS is like J.
They're
Michael.
gonna do that.
That J. Michael Straczynski is like, yeah, I want to drive a
Do you think that
sports
they
car
would
off
have?
a
Do you
cliff.
think like this could entirely be possible, right? That there was like a market for just stock footage of car crashes or whatever.
probably.
I mean,
that you could just use for your thing. Because even like, I feel like Incredible Hulk or whatever, like, or even like Old Wonder, there would be big disasters kind of happening. They probably did, unless they had that kind of budget to do that.
I just feel like they didn't.
Can I also say too, when they were driving, when they showed them driving in it, when they showed Harcourt and Winston in it, the car is so small that they're like really scrunched in it. It was ridiculous. It was so scrunched in it.
It looked so painful.
It did look, it looked like it was fake. Like his head was like above the roof.
Because it probably was fake.
Yeah, he was like scrunched down to his shoulders and like talking like directly in the other guy's ear.
Yeah, it was very.
He was trying to press a brake, and you could see that wasn't his leg couldn't really fit. Yeah,
there's no way that would be. They couldn't get a camera in there in that car.
Not at all.
There's no way they could get a camera in that car.
So they're like the locations. Like they spent half the episode in the room with the black table. I feel like their black table budget. That was their budget. Like,
Yeah,
that was
their
it.
budget.
I feel like there was some movie or TV series from like the late 80s that like, oh yeah, we filmed this car going off a bridge. We didn't end up using it, and so Murder She Wrote was like
something.
done.
Okay, we got it.
Exactly. Someone did that in the A-Team back when they were on Magnum PI had someone drive off.
A bunch of limos.
That's true.
Multiple limos.
Big limo budget in this episode.
And then that guy, who was pushing back his seat, which we noticed. That was going to be a clue.
Another car. So many outfit changes. So many
that was like a
characters
Lincoln
that were useless. I mean,
so many speaking characters. Like the guy who was like, "Here's a note for you, sir." Like that whole scene about her book signing and all those people talking.
This episode, was it a choice? Do you think to have it? Because this episode really took its time. Even when the guy's putting the seat back, we literally sit there and watch him like slow mo. Like they barely say
Did
2
they
words.
have electrical seats?
That was to show you how rich that guy is.
And the other guy had a phone in his car.
That's true.
Exactly.
That was like this guy's a bajillionaire.
Yeah, he's richer than God.
No rolling up the windows there. That was like.
And even there was when the guy that got killed, when the KO that got killed went up to the boardroom. Mm-hmm. Why have we not been calling it the boardroom this whole time, by the way?
I don't know. Because it's the Illuminati room, Ben.
It's the Illuminati. He goes up to the Illuminati room. We watch him walk around that thing for like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
like,
we trail him.
Exactly. We trail him all the way around, and he's going, I knew you didn't have the guts.
Or he's like,
it's so long. It was so boring.
Such a long.
He even said, Ollie oxen free.
I feel like they told this guy to vamp, and he's like...
It was so weird. They were like, so you're just in a dark room, you're just looking around, keep walking, we'll get you, walk over there, walk over here, walk back, look around, say hello, and then he was just like, I'm going to ad-lib, I'll just throw stuff at you. Ollie oxen free, or whatever.
And when they yelled cut, they're like, great,
that was
yes.
He was like, you thought so?
That's
you thought so? That was good?
That's we're keeping. No, that was amazing.
He also was like, it's you, and then he blocked. They're in a pitch black room.
He walks around this room, doesn't flip a light switch.
No.
And they've established that it's dark
Pitch
because
dark.
they made us walk 5 minutes with him, and then he's like blinding the light.
And the guy walks out like just encased in darkness. You can see he's wearing a hat. That's about it. And the guy puts his hand up over his eyes, like,
I don't get it.
There's no light anywher in this room, you assholes.
Yeah, it was very bizarre.
I think it's also so in previous episodes, in every episode you watch, her camera, her shots are always filtered.
Yeah.
And they can put as much Vaseline on that lens as they want because she looks amazing.
Noticed, but it's interesting because I noticed it before, but the one where she was sitting at the dinner or the table with him, it was so filtered that it was extremely noticeable to me.
Right,
I was okay,
they're in the beginning.
They're doing some Sex and the City 2 movie filters where it's like...
She's executive producer by this point. She's like, here's the lighting I shall have. Here is the lens that shall be used on me.
Yeah.
No question. She's like, she's not taking any shit.
She was, a star actress, right? Like, she was a star actress.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they would never have somebody on TV that has wrinkles. Now...
Never.
Oh, God, no.
Are you? No.
Never.
Not with HGTV.
Yeah, never. No way, never.
I guess.
It's such a bummer.
Like, not even a real housewife can be that age. Like,
no. Like, because if someone would be like 60 years old on TV, they're really like 40, which is so insane.
That's the thing, like, poor Angela Lansbury, like, she has, like, throughout her career has that where she famously played Elvis's mom and was 3 years older than him or something.
Yeah.
Like she has a career of playing
So
just
sad.
these roles that are just so much older than she actually is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bummer. Well, I'm a man, so it's fine. I'm fine, you guys. Don't worry. Let's see. Oh, I had something I wanted to say. Oh, when they're at the party and Jessica's talking to one of the Kales, maybe? I don't know.
One of the white dudes.
Oh, yeah. It's one. I think she's talking to one of the Kales. And two of the other Illuminati dudes walk in. They're like, oh, other Kale, come over here. And then brother Kale walks over to her and he's like, hey, Jess. Oh, I'm a big fan of your thing. And she's like, oh, thank you. And he's like, oh, they're just talking business. Don't worry about them. And she's like, is that your brother? And he's like, I don't know. Does anybody really know anybody?
And it was so bizarre.
It was.
What a weird line to be like, is that your brother over there talking to Winston? I don't know. Is it? Well,
right.
Wouldn't you know it's your brother? Does anybody really know anyone? And I was like, this guy's a dummy.
Yeah, what the fuck is going on with him?
Does anyone really know anyone? Well, how would that pass for anything when someone's really your brother? Like, I can only imagine on the day that the guy was like, why do I say, does anyone really, wouldn't I know it's my brother? Oh, well, you're just trying to distract her and, like, you're not very good at it because you're a dumb idiot.
Just do your part.
No, but the next line is Jessica telling me I'm pretty good at it. So,
yeah.
And then me saying, yeah, I've had lots of practice, so I really don't know.
Right.
So stupid.
I've had years of practice. That scene was just...
It was so, it didn't make any sense.
It stood out in this, kind of darker, slower, methodic episode. Like, that was, so weird and out of place.
Yeah,
no.
And then she's like, okay, well, I guess I know I'm not supposed to be part of that conversation. Which, did that conversation even end up being anything anyway?
No.
Also, no, it didn't. I don't even know why he was talking to him. It was just like, what's going on? You voted on me. Pish posh. But also, okay, so after Kale brother dies and she goes to the other living Kale brother's house, he's just like, a derp. He's not upset at all. He's just well, I guess I'll just dirt. He's real happy.
He is like, I was always bad at business.
Yeah, he's like, well, we were a perfect pair, and he's real dopey. He's being really dumb and dopey.
Mm-hmm.
And then he offers her a ride. I haven't been out of the house. I just want to go out and walk around. So she wouldn't even have known about the
seat.
Exactly.
He wanted to drive her around.
Why is he being so overly friendly to her?
Because murderers are dumb.
Yeah.
They're dumb
He thought
people.
I feel like he thought he got away with it scot-free. He had the secretary in his hip pocket. He's getting away.
I wonder why white men of privilege think that they can't be touched.
He was, that's what it was. It was his simple white male hubris that got him caught. That's what got him caught.
He was a suspect. He started laughing. It's like,
I know, they were like, well, that's it, and you didn't. He's like, yeah.
Exactly, like nothing.
It was crazy too because, so I just want to get down the secretary, okay? When she was like, I thought it was a joke. He paid me $10,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what's the joke that she jumbled up and mixed up the balls?
Yeah, I don't understand that.
Like, why would that be a joke?
Oh, there's no enforcer. One person voted. It makes no fucking sense.
Why is that? Why is that funny? Why is that? Like, why was she like, oh, I thought it was a joke because this whole dumb club is a joke and who cares it's dumb?
Right. I don't. But I'll take $10,000.
At the point that you think it's a joke and then someone gets murdered the next day,
you go straight to the
involved
police.
with your joke, like. Straight up, thought this was a joke.
Right.
Turns out, this is definitely coming back to me. I don't want this landing on my doorstep.
Right.
Here's what he paid me to do.
Right. He paid me to take his car, drive somewhere. I guess, so let's say she really didn't know about the murder. Then that would at least account for her being soaking wet and going up and talking. Everybody's talking to Jessica.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like when her heel's broken and she's soaking wet because she drove a car and had to walk back.
But I also thought she said I didn't know about the second part, which was him cutting off the brakes. So I was like, did you know about the first one?
That thing, she comes back, like, I just, like, what is this joke? Like, she's soaking wet, shoes falling off because they're just so sopped with water. She's like, oh, wait till they learn that I swapped out those balls and all the looks
Yeah,
on
like,
their faces.
why- wait.
What is the joke?
What is the joke?
What
also,
could the
is
joke
she
be?
lying?
But I don't know.
Is she the one who actually got away with it at the end? Because she's like,
I didn't know.
I
He
did
paid me
suspect her.
$10,000. I mean, $10,000 is a lot of money to get somebody in on the joke. Yeah,
Especially
you
in
had her
91.
with the heel.
Yeah, I thought she
Oh,
was,
yeah.
and then I was like the exchange of the balls, but
Yeah,
I
because
don't
she
know if she's
came in.
just stupid or a liar. Maybe both.
maybe a little bit of both.
Oh god.
I don't know. I did like when the cop from Seinfeld went into the old Governor Tweed, went into his office,
Oh.
and just literally like jumped to like when he's like, "What's to stop me from arresting you all right now?" It's like evidence.
Literally, you have nothing.
Literally evidence. You have
you
nothing.
have no reason. Oh, I don't like the cut of your jib. You're all just plotting over here, y'all Richies. You're
And then-
Richies.
And then he just like he calls the commissioner.
Yeah, and he's like, can I ask you a couple of questions? Janice, put that call through. Why would someone do that, like, right then?
That's the thing. It's
Exactly.
like,
And then the phone rings, and he's like, hello, Commissioner.
And he's like, he's here.
A
It's
phone for you, right? Like,
Gold
but that
balls.
whole scene was so long.
Edward.
Yeah,
That,
this
that
is
whole
dragged
scene could have
on.
been cut in half.
No,
Well,
For what
exactly.
it
could
the
have gone cut in half. The
information,
whole
yeah.
episode could have been
It was
cut in
just to
half.
show us, like, yeah, this guy's got the commissioner in his hip pocket.
Yeah.
But
I
we
guess it was
Not
to
good.
show us that, like, all these rich people can do anything.
can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I used to work for JP Morgan in New York, in Manhattan, and my boss belonged to the Manhattan Club, which was one of those clubs that you pay, you know, it's a dumb
Yeah.
club in Manhattan where you pay, you know, whatever, I don't know, $100,000 or $150,000 a year to like belong to it. And
Yeah.
like he was like, "Oh, we're gonna," and he was like, you know, he wanted so bad to be one of those people.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like he really
They're
wanted
the worst. They're like,
he wanted
they're worse
so
than,
bad
yeah.
to be it. He wanted so, you know, like he would wear the fanciest suits and like slick as he like reminds me of American Psycho. Like that's
Ooh,
how
yes.
much he was like about
His
status
business
and
cards.
cards and you know, and a haircut and your outfit or whatever.
And now he's president of the United States.
No, I don't think that. Yeah, no,
Not
like
my
he'd be
president.
even like they wouldn't even want him. Like he's so low. Like Donald Trump is so low class. They wouldn't even like let him in the Manhattan Club. That's why he had to go like start crappy Mar-a-Lago and you know.
In Florida, he had to go to Florida to start his own club.
Yeah.
Gross.
I'll start my own dumb club. Ugh, gross.
Bomb.
Let's see. Anybody else got anything?
No, we just weren't crazy, but we want to know why the viewer loved it, so we can maybe
Yeah.
re-examine it with a different mindset.
Yes.
Alan, we want receipts.
Let's
we
see
need,
the receipts.
Yeah.
We need some justification.
We're not hating. We're
It's-
just everyone
it's
has
not-
a different strokes for different folks.
I really thought I did think it was going to be very New Englandy.
That's why we
Yeah.
typically return, like, out of the 35 episodes we've done, 33 of them have been like from the first 6 seasons,
Yeah,
because
we
that's where
like
it's
that.
super
Like
New Englandy.
The two, yeah.
And the people that recommend us, like, she only did of the there's 265 episodes of the show. I think there's only like 60, maybe even less, that take place in Cabot Cove, because she usually is like, oh, she's visiting her niece in Boston, or she's like,
Oh, really?
visiting an old friend
She
in
went to
Ireland.
Ireland,
Yeah, so she
yeah.
like travels around, so she's only in Cabot Cove.
There's one that was filmed at UCLA. I don't know where. I don't know where she was supposed to
That's
be there.
crazy.
Yeah.
So only 60, like, but the people, like, that's how much people love those Cabot Cove episodes, because, like, we've seen, of our 30 episodes, like,
Yeah.
half of them been in Cabot Cove. People love
And there's
those
only 60 Cabot Cove
out of, like,
ones.
260 episodes. And I might even be like 54 or something. Like,
Oh,
it's
boy.
a
Crazy.
small number
That's
there,
dark,
actually.
hon. That's way dark.
Yeah. All right, guys. If there are no objections, I think it's time to
for
move
the
on
game.
to the game portion
All
of the
right.
show.
Let's do it.
Okay, guys. As you know, we ask our guest to pick a charity to play for, because we like stakes when we play games. And so we've asked
stakes.
Pam to pick a charity. And Pam is going to be playing for Planned Parenthood today.
Yay!
Yay.
I love that.
Okay, so we've got 2 games lined up. They all revolve around the year 1991,
Okay.
the year this episode came out. So for every correct answer, we'll donate $5 to Planned Parenthood.
Aw, that's great.
Okay,
Yes.
so don't fuck this up, I guess.
Okay, I know. Is there a time limit?
Women,
No, there's
women
not.
everywhere, depending upon us.
I know.
Pam.
If this doesn't
Or
work
Southern
out,
California.
Exactly. Right? Oh my
Okay, so the first one, the first game is just called Trivia, he wrote. And it's just trivia questions.
Cute.
You can name a game, you guys. You can name a game. Some are multiple choice, some are just straight up questions.
Okay.
Marissa's going to help you out. She has not seen any of these questions.
Okay.
And again, the word help, I'm overusing it. That's
I'm
not what she's going to do.
horrible at this. So it's all on you, Pam, but I'm here for moral support.
I did try to cater it to stuff she might know. There are several questions about serial killers, so hopefully...
Right. That's my specialty.
That's her.
But again, I was 1 year old.
You were 1 year, one year and like 2 days old.
Exactly. I was fresh.
Okay, question number 1.
Okay.
Which of the following was not invented in 1991? The wind-up radio, the digital clock, or the airbag?
Which only one of them wasn't.
Only one was not, yes.
And that's what I have to come up with.
Yes, which one of those was not invented in 1991?
The digital clock.
Correct.
Yay!
Yes.
Like the airbag was invented.
You're welcome, Planned Parenthood. I can't believe the wind-up radio was invented. I would think that would be from like the 50s or something.
Right, and and again, that airbag,
well,
is that
the hand crank?
Not an airbag. Like
airbags were not until when you were born and your parents drove you home from the hospital. There was no
put a
airbags in that car.
There was no way. They just threw you in the back.
I would have said the 60s.
Exactly. It's so bizarre that it was.
My life has changed.
And it was invented in the 1991. It wasn't like in circulation in 1991.
People didn't even have to. It wasn't even the law to wear a seatbelt until the 80s.
Oh, when I was a kid, straight up, this is Montana, so this is the Wild Wild West, but everybody had a pickup truck, and we would sit in the back of the pickup truck, not in the bed of the truck, up on the the.
How many desks were there?
We just sit up there, kids crawling around, and we take out the the back window from the pickup truck. We would take that out so we could crawl in and out while our mom was driving.
And just get decapitated
dangerous.
in the meantime.
Oh
my
so
God.
dangerous!
It's crazy.
Hey, but we're all fine now.
Yeah.
You snowflake
the
millennial.
one who survived. Survivors of the... Oh, God.
Okay. In 1991, this is question number 2.
Okay.
In 1991, the internet was unrestricted and commercial use was allowed. How many computers did the internet reach in its first year? 1 million, 2 million, or 3 million?
Oh, God, this is hard.
I know.
This is the hardest one. I promise you this is the hardest one.
Can you repeat the question one more time?
In 1991, the internet was unrestricted and commercial use was finally allowed.
It was unrestricted and commercial use was finally allowed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This is 91.
Okay, because the internet first was just for education, was just for colleges.
It was just using college connected. Yeah,
yes,
exactly.
It was just for colleges.
This is when AOL got a hold of it and your little chatty messenger.
So is this worldwide, you're saying?
I assume yes, because it just says how many did it reach in the first year.
Yeah, because
it doesn't.
Okay, so that.
Yeah, 1 million, 2 million, or 3 million.
How many computers?
How many computers?
Actual box
how many boxes?
boxes?
Yeah. How many desktop computers were slowly downloading pornographic images?
Holy shit!
Not videos, images.
I don't know. I feel.
Do you remember that? It would just come in at one thing at a time.
Oh, I have to get it on the first try. There's no hintsies.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you think it's 3 million?
I would say 2 to be. I don't. I'm only saying that because it's in between. I feel like that's a safe bet. I don't know.
Because if I'm thinking about all schools had it.
Did all schools have them in 91?
Yeah, all schools.
Oh, okay.
I mean, all colleges.
Okay.
I wouldn't say schools.
And if this is around the world, then.
I don't know if it was around. It had to have been around the world.
That's.
That's assuming, which means it's
when I
not
looked
1 million.
When I looked it up, it just said that the internet reached this many computers in 1991 because it was unrestricted and commercial use. So I'm just going off of the information I received.
Let's just rip the Band-Aid
you
off.
You want to do 2 million?
I don't know, Pam. I don't want to get
Were you going to say 3? Were you going to say 3 now?
Well, when you said that they were in every classroom.
I know.
I'm gonna stick with my gut, 2.
2?
Yeah.
Final answer? No.
No.
It was 3?
It was 1.
Oh, we never would have got that then.
Okay.
I thought 1 million. to me, 1 million is surprising. I actually would have thought it would have been like 100,000.
I did too, but then when it's
yeah,
like the world, I'm like, okay, well, there's a lot of people.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
I just
a
feel like,
narcissist, my little
I'm
bubble.
sorry, Planned Parenthood.
$5. There'll be more to redeem.
I just
Ben,
feel like
fuck you for taking money away from Planned Parenthood by making this asshole
all your fault.
question.
I have a list of hard questions if she picks a charity I don't like. Let's see. If she picked the NRA, I would be asking her what 2 + 2 is. That's not my fault.
No.
Okay. Jeffrey Dahmer, a serial killer and cannibal, was caught in 1991.
Okay.
How many people was he accused of killing and or eating?
Okay.
13, 15, or 17?
These are so close. Why couldn't you be like 1, 8, 14?
This is how multiple questions.
I want to say 13 too.
What is it?
18?
17.
Oh, 18 wasn't even one of the answers.
Oh, fuck.
I thought that was...
You made them too close, Ben. 13?
That's how you do this stuff. That's how
No, you
these
could
multiple
tell me, like...
5,
did he feed it to
25,
his
or
neighbors?
50?
Yeah.
Yes, I would know. Okay.
Okay, well, I apologize. Next time I'll get it right.
Okay.
This is a rousing success. Okay, this is gonna bring it back.
Okay.
1991 was the last time a single movie won the Big Five awards at the Oscars. The Big Five being Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor, Best Actress, and Best Screenplay.
Okay.
Name that movie.
Oh, I have to name it? It's not a multiple choice?
No. I mean, I don't mean to demean, but how do you guys not know this?
Wait, 91.
Yes.
And is it with my specialty?
It is within your specialty, yes.
What is your
Silent
specialty?
Killing.
Oh, Silence of the Lambs!
Yes, Silence of the Lambs.
Okay, we got this, Pam. We got
yay.
this. We got this.
Okay.
Woo!
I was like, it's not Titanic, because that's after.
Yeah, no. Okay, sense. Okay. Oh, that makes sense. That was the first movie my parents ever took me to in theaters. Second was Pretty Woman, which explains a lot about everything. Yeah.
Yeah, you're driving around without seatbelts, going to see Silence of the Lambs.
God, jeez
Okay.
Louise.
This one, and the answer to this has actually oddly been brought up on this episode already.
Really?
So there's a little clue for you. Gloria Steinem, feminist icon, protested the release of this novel in 1991 due to its portrayal of violence towards women. In 2000, Gloria Steinem's own stepson Christian Bale went on to star as the title character. What is the novel?
American Psycho!
Yes!
This is insane!
That's
crazy!
Isn't that bonkers? When you said it, I was like, holy shit,
That's
crazy.
crazy!
I never knew that. Okay.
I didn't know that Christian Bale was
Yeah.
Wait, Christian Bale is her what?
is her stepson.
That is weird.
Yeah, who knew?
Oh my god.
This is bizarre.
No wonder why he had that rant. When he had that rant where he was like,
Yeah.
and this guy's doing the lights. Because Gloria Steinem was like, you're nothing, you're a man, you're worthless.
He had to exert himself at every opportunity.
Yeah,
Okay.
you had to be like, I am something, and this guy with the lights.
Okay, what question are we on? 4 or 5. Anyway.
How much did I win already for?
$15 so far.
Oh,
We're up to 15.
That's
good.
a pap. That's a pap smear.
It is.
Someone can get a morning after pill.
Good.
Okay. Which of these 3 shows was not a top 10 television show in 1991?
Okay.
Frasier, 60 Minutes, or Murder, She Wrote?
60 Minutes is always on there.
So it's Frasier.
Well,
Uh-oh.
no, you're right. It's just Murder, She Wrote.
I feel like Frasier wasn't out in 1991.
I don't know, but I just know Murder, She Wrote, they never won an Emmy. Like, she never won an Emmy, so I don't know.
But it's just ratings.
It's just ratings.
Just
This is
ratings?
just the ratings.
Okay.
So I'm going to say it's Frasier.
It is Frasier.
Okay, yay!
Yeah.
$20.
Yeah, Cheers was a top 10 TV show.
Scrambled
Okay, so
Cheers was
Frasier
still
wasn't
on,
even
yeah.
out yet.
Yeah,
because
Cheers
was still on.
here. Yeah. Okay. I picked this question because Pam is the one who encouraged me to watch Twin Peaks, which I now love and adore.
I did?
Yes.
Oh,
on the
God.
last episode.
I'm
So
changing lives one at a
you're
time.
basically doing the Lord's work.
I
So you better
know,
get this
especially
question
now,
right.
yeah.
Yeah. So,
Uh-oh, gosh.
loving this.
Pressure, now even more.
Okay, so the original run of Twin Peaks ended in 1991. David Lynch wanted to do a spin-off of Sherilyn Fenn's character, Audrey Horne. While the spin-off didn't officially happen, Lynch credits that idea for becoming which of his 2001 films?
He credits that idea with becoming... is it Mulholland Drive, or do I get another chance?
Another chance, no.
Oh, no.
You're right. You don't need another chance.
Yay!
You nailed it. Mulholland Drive. Audrey Horne's story became Mulholland Drive.
Yay! Got it. I wasn't sure if it was the one about the road or whatever. I forget what it's called.
The guesses were, if you want to know, Lost Highway.
Lost Highway. That's the one I was like, is it?
And the other one was Inland Empire. Were the three I was going to give you.
Oh, okay. Inland Empire.
Oh, you were going to give clues and she just got it off the bat?
I was going to give you the three, but she knew it. See?
No problem. It was going to be multiple choice.
It was going to be multiple choice.
That might have fucked you up more. That might have fucked you up more.
It would have messed me up more if it was multiple choice, because immediately I thought it was.
Right.
Exactly. That's why I didn't want to give you it. That's
good.
why I went.
Okay.
Who was Time Magazine's Man of the Year in 1990?
Okay.
Multiple choice. Was it Ross Perot, Ted Turner, or Michael Jackson?
It's Black, It's White was number one.
Let me see if I can give you I'm trying to think.
I don't know who the other people are, so.
Ted Turner is Turner Broadcast System. TNT. And so cable was just coming out, and so he might have been like a communications mogul.
Yeah, let me tell you why I picked these people. Ross Perot obviously was the third party candidate that shook up the election that occurred in the next year. Ted Turner created CNN, which was the first 24-hour news network, which came out this time. And Michael Jackson was Michael Jackson.
I feel like it's
Ted Turner?
Yeah.
I feel like it is Ted Turner, too.
It is indeed Ted Turner.
Because cable was just becoming popular or whatever.
You know what I attribute my answer to? Watch What Happens Live Then and Now with Andy Cohen. I just watched 1990, and they were talking about the 24-hour news cycle and how that was such a big deal. And I'm like,
they were
Man of the Year.
I was looking at the article.
Cohen.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, you're an idiot. And he was like, I think it's going to be the thing.
Yeah.
Well, because also, when did OJ happen?
93.
Yeah.
Okay, and then that's when... Oh, so they
or maybe 95. I think 93.
I think 93, because that's what really...
sent it
that's
into...
what put it into overdrive.
Yeah.
That's what hit it into overdrive, yeah.
Because, looking at the thing, they're like, you can have news 24 hours a day.
Like,
you don't have to wait till 5 p.m. on the networks. They were like... Again, primitive man in 91 was just blown away by the concept of having news whenever you turn on.
Only at 5 and at 11.
Exactly. It was the...
Or in the morning. You'd have the morning news, 5 and at 11.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I mean, why not just do... Then you could go about your whole day. Now we're just constantly...
Are we all not thinking
You know what I mean?
And that's what they're saying with Twitter and stuff now. They're like, it's not even... You get a notification, you're always inundated with news, negativity, all this stuff.
I know, and it is, I think it's overwhelming that people are just like, forget it. Like,
exactly.
Are we, it's kind of like, shouldn't we be having another march or something?
Well, it really is.
You know what I mean? But it's people are just, exhaused from, he did what? And everybody,
It's like a coping mechanism to, just be like, relax about it and disengage, but...
I know.
Can
we just pick something? Can we just pick something and be like... can we do... Why do we have the Electoral College? Can we march about that now?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I am are we doing anything about that?
It feels... exactly.
I thought we were. I don't even know anymore. What happened?
It's like, why can't... I long for the day where it was just... Someone would come on at 5, be like, hey, this story broke yesterday. We vetted it and looked into it, and we're going to tell you the facts.
Right.
Instead of Wolf Blitzer's dumb sheephead up there trying to vamp and
trying
explain.
To get everybody being like, well, this is just another thing of the right wing, and this is the liberal media. And then everybody just being like, you shut up, you shut up, you shut up. And it's insane.
It's
even Kellyanne Conway, okay, I'm just going to say, is the worst talking head ever that anyone could get. Could you imagine if you had a conversation with her, and she was like, "Well, that's Mr. Trump and Mr. Trump."
And that's rude. No, I did. Okay.
And
I was
she's
like,
like, "No, when she
"Fuck
did,
you."
like, just it's so annoying. It would be so infuriating. I would be like, I would just like have to
I would
shred her.
explode, yeah.
I would have to. I would be like, "What is up with you? What is your deal? Like, are you on, like
something uppers,
you're
downers,
on something. Like, you're on something to be
simultaneously.
able to just." Sit there and go, I'm Mr. Trump, Mr. Trump, Mr. Trump. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
God,
just like,
it's
she's
horrible.
got to take something that just like turns it off upstairs.
Yeah.
So she's like,
to get me through this, what have I done? I signed a deal with the devil, right?
For money. Yeah. Sold her body.
Right. All right.
all right, next question.
Yes.
You're welcome,
two
Planned
more.
Parenthood.
Yes.
$30 so far.
That's great.
Ooh.
Okay, next question. We got 2 more in the trivia, and then we're going to move on to the movie portion.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
In 1991, this popular slogan premiered. Finish the slogan. The few, the proud, the blank.
Brave.
No.
Ugly?
No.
Wait,
If you- wait.
Okay, I'll give you
proud.
one more chance. I'll
This
give you a third chance.
this slogan,
On a commercial that was aired, like,
a commercial.
yeah.
What
Okay.
kind of thing? Like what kind of product?
Not a product you purchase. I'll say that.
Okay.
It's hard to say because it's like it's not a product. Don't think of it as a
It's
product.
not the Marine. It's the Marines or the Navy or whatever. It's an armed forces, right?
Yeah.
The good?
Yeah.
Okay, the few. It's not the brave. Okay,
Okay,
I know
say-
it's an armed forces
Say
thing.
it
Yes.
again. The
The few, the proud, the.
It's an armed forces thing. It's
The
like,
only? What I don't know what.
oh,
it
is it the few, the proud, the Marines? Or
Yes.
the few? It's the few,
Yeah.
the proud, the
The
Marines.
Marines, yes.
Does it count even though
Can
I
we get
get
like
sprayed?
I'll give you-
$2.50?
Okay, yeah, it's okay if it's $2.50. I knew it
$2.50.
was a Marine slogan. That's why
Yes.
I thought it was the few, the proud, the brave.
Or the ugly. It could be anything.
Yeah.
I just remember watching. We had a videotape where we recorded like they had a marathon of Roseanne on, like they marathoned the first like 2 seasons or something at
Yeah.
that point. And I remember watching it over and over again. And that fucking commercial.
The few, the proud, the Marines.
Was
The few, the
just-
proud. I couldn't remember. I
was
knew it
ev-
was a Marines
So
commercial.
for maybe like just because specifically for me like that was ubiquitous. Like it was everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
It was.
Okay, last question. In the final episode of Seinfeld to air in 1991, George gets a job at Elaine's office and gets involved with the cleaning woman. Elaine's boyfriend is a recovering alcoholic who falls off the wagon because of Jerry's carelessness. George buys Elaine a marked down cashmere sweater. Why was the sweater marked down?
Do we have options?
No, you don't, because it's Seinfeld, so you don't have options.
Fuck, I haven't seen.
Wait,
Why was the sweater marked down?
why was the sweater marked down? So he buys Elaine,
Can I phone a friend?
Elaine got him the job at her office.
Yeah.
So as a thank you, he's out shopping with Jerry. He sees this beautiful white cashmere sweater. And is like,
there's
and it's
a
in
stain on it? No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a
There was
stain
a
on
stain.
Yeah,
it?
there's a red dot. The red
Oh,
dot.
okay.
Is that the name of the episode?
The red dot.
It's because you said it was white. But
I
I had a
looked at-
feeling. I was like, it stinks, but I was like, it wouldn't be that because it was when his car stunk from the valet
Yeah.
or whatever.
Oh,
Okay.
God. Whew.
I'm going to take it, by the way. I'm very generous.
No,
No,
thank
you are good. Thank you. Thank
Okay.
you. You're welcome, Planned Parenthood. It's all because of me.
Yeah.
Okay, the next 10 questions, what we're going to do is we're going to work our way from number 10 to number 1. The top 10 grossing movies of 1991.
Oh, no.
But you're going to get a plethora of clues.
Okay, great.
So what we're going to do, this one is called Murder, She Quote.
Ooh.
So what I'll do is
Nice.
you guys get a choice. I will give you the name of the movie, and you have to tell me what IMDb says is the top quote from that movie. Or I will give you the top quote from that movie, and then you have to tell me what the movie is. And each one you get to choose. So if you want to mix it up a little bit, you want to play around.
Okay.
Okay.
For
this one-
maybe start with the quote.
I would say start with the
Let's
quote.
For
start
this
with
one,
the
yeah, I was
quote.
going to say, for this one, you start with
the
the quote. This one
Okay.
is the quote one. I'll try and do different voices for multiple characters.
Thank
'cause
You
you.
there's-
better. You
Okay.
better, Ben.
That's the red light district. I wonder why Savage is hanging around down there. Sex, Frank? No, not right now, Ed. I did not do either of the voices even remotely correctly, and I think I screwed them up in my head.
Ben, I
Which ones?
told you I'm horrible with movies.
I will give you.
Let's hear it one more time.
That's the red light district. I wonder why Savage is hanging around down there. Sex, Frank? No, not right now, Ed.
It's
funny.
kind of funny.
That's the number 10 gross.
That's the number 10
Okay.
grossing movie. I will give you, as a clue, I will give you the character names that are saying these.
Was it not Ed?
I don't
It is Lieutenant Frank Drebin and Captain Ed Hawken.
Oh, it's Dragnet?
So close.
No, okay, What? I'm close.
Dragnet is a close guess. You're in the ballpark.
Get Smart? No.
I have
I'm
no idea what
Dragnet.
this
Wait,
is.
it's Lieutenant Frank Drebin.
Mm-hmm.
I thought
This
that
was a television series that got turned into a movie.
It's not Car 54. It was a television series that got turned into a movie.
The television series.
I know Lieutenant Frank Drebin. It sounds very familiar to me.
The television series, and I hesitate to say it because I'm not even sure I have it right.
Okay.
But I think the television series was called Police Squad, and the movie is called something different.
Oh, Squad Car or no? It's
No.
It's not Car 54.
Don't even pretend, Marissa. This one's
I'm
you.
not
It's not-
pretending.
you were-
I'm
okay, I
literally
was
about
like-
to say
I thought you were like
none of
thinking
this
about
sounds
it, like,
familiar. No, I was thinking of how to say I have no fucking clue. None of this sounds familiar.
Okay, I'm just gonna tell you. This
Yeah,
is the
just
harder.
tell
I
me.
feel like the rest of
Oh,
these,
okay.
are
Let's
much
hope,
better.
Ben.
The rest of these are much better. But that was The Naked Gun 2.5.
Ah, that's why Lieutenant Frank Drebin. Oh, I was like, why is it so familiar to
Yeah.
me? Oh, I hate everything in the world. I hate everything right now. Oh,
Ben.
no. And of course, it's such a funny line. It's a
Yes.
stupid thing. Ah, don't call me Shirley. It's such a Naked Gun, airplane-y kind of a line.
Yeah, I'll blame my delivery because that delivery was not.
No,
No,
I
think
it's
it's
not
not,
your delivery. I was
Okay.
taking it serious. Yeah, well, I mean, you know.
Right.
Okay.
Okay,
It's okay.
I mean, just $5 down the drain. Just kidding.
just
Sorry.
$5 down the drain. If someone wants a condom to have protected sex, they get it. They don't get it now.
Or you, the listener, could send in that $5.
Yes,
Oh.
I like that.
To make up
Pam.
for it, so I
Thank
don't
you,
feel
Pam.
bad.
Yes.
We do have a donation button on the page, and if you
Right. If you donate,
donate to us and say, "Hey, put this towards Pam's total," we'll do it.
Oh,
yeah. Okay,
nice.
Ben, I like this.
Okay. The number 9 movie. Do you guys want the name of the movie or the quote?
I think I want the quote.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know.
I was going to suggest quote on this one. I was going to
Oh,
suggest
okay. That
quote
means
on this
another
one.
hard one. Let's go.
It's a long one, so stop me when you know it, which I think you guys will.
Okay.
Ben.
I'll tell you what I'm doing. I want to buy 8 hot dogs and 8 hot dog buns to go with them. But no one sells 8 hot dog buns. They
Oh.
only sell 12 hot dog
I know
buns.
it. Father of the Bride.
Yes.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, God.
Nice one.
I knew that was your happy place
I
movie,
know,
so I was
I
like, okay, she'll get that one.
Thank you, Ben.
Okay, this one, I'm gonna say go with the quote on this one too. Just
Okay.
'cause it's a movie I've not seen, but so I think the quote will be helpful.
Okay.
The character's name is Laura. I'll tell you that much.
Okay.
That was the night that I died, and someone else was saved. Someone who was afraid of water but learned to swim. Someone who knew there would be one moment where he wouldn't be watching. Someone who knew that the darkness of the broken lights would show the way.
Sounds like a Keegan Allen tweet. I don't know what the hell this says.
It does sound like a key.
Yeah.
He's a pretentious Pretty Little Liars.
Can
cast
we get a
member.
clue? No.
Can you? I will tell you.
Besides Laura?
Julia Roberts was a star of this movie.
She was?
In
I think.
91.
Yeah.
Can you read
Yes.
it again?
That was the night that I died, and someone
Oh my
else was
god,
saved.
it's like Fatal. It's like where she used to get beat up.
Yes.
If she's beaten in it, it's not like Fatal Attraction. It's Sleeping with the Enemy.
Yes!
Yeah,
Yes!
yeah.
Wow,
yeah,
pulled that one.
yeah,
I didn't think
yeah.
that was going to happen, but that one was pulled
Well,
out.
Julia
good.
Roberts
That
was
was-
a good one.
Because I've not seen that movie, so the only thing I knew about it was that she was in it. That's all I
Yeah, I
Oh.
knew nothing.
knew. Okay. Do you guys want... I'll give you the quote on this one.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll give you the quote.
I feel like that's the easier way.
Maybe, yeah. This...
Oh, God.
One of these I'm going to make you take the movie, but
No,
we're
do
going
it.
to...
You choose which one.
I'll choose for you.
Yeah,
Okay.
I trust you.
Yeah.
Okay. Is this made from real lemons? Yes. I only like all natural foods and beverages, organically grown with no preservatives.
I know,
Are you
right?
sure they're real lemons? Yes. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll buy a cup if you buy a box of my delicious Girl Scout cookies. Do we have a deal? Are they made from real Girl Scouts?
Obviously, the Addams Family.
Yeah.
She knew right away.
I could picture it in my head.
Aww.
So good.
That's why I was like, you might have been able, because I know that's one of
This
one
is
of your
good. I
go-tos
wouldn't
too.
have got that one. You really...
Right.
You're racking up these movies.
Okay, number 6. The number 6 movie of the year from 1991.
Okay. Wait, the number
Oh,
6.
do you want the quote, or... I'm going to make you choose on this.
I say, what do you think? I say quote.
I'm always leaning
Okay,
towards
good
quote.
quote.
It seems better.
Good
Yeah.
quote, okay. So, your adventures are over? Oh no, to live would be an awfully big adventure.
I know that.
It's literally, I think, like the last line of the movie.
To live would be an awfully big adventure.
It is a Steven Spielberg movie. I'll give you that much.
Could you repeat it one more time?
So, your adventures are over? Oh no, to live would be an awfully big adventure.
Okay. Is Robin Williams in it?
Mm-hmm.
Is it the Bicentennial Man?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, 'cause
Wait,
I
don't.
said
That
no.
doesn't count. Never
Because I
mind.
haven't been able to guess. Okay, so what
Oh,
was he in
it's
the
not
91?
Hook? Is it?
Yeah.
It is Hook. It is Hook. It is Hook.
Also,
I
that's,
knew it was Robin Williams. I knew it was Robin Williams.
that's also like a semi-quote from Harry Potter. Where he's like, he's like, death would be the greatest adventure of them all, or
Oh,
something.
so Harry Potter was just ripping off Hook.
You know what? Shut up.
That's crazy to say death would be the biggest adventure of them all. What an insane choice.
Well, I guess if you're a wizard, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This is here's another super duper long one.
Okay.
So if you guys want, I don't know if Marissa's probably not seen this movie, but this
Probably
quote
not.
probably not. I don't think it has. So I don't know if it'd be
This
up to
is number
Pam.
5?
This is number 5 movie of 1991. It's a movie. It's a very popular movie. I've never seen it, and I don't know why.
Okay.
But so do you want movie or?
I want quote.
Okay.
Because if you tell me the movie, I'm going to have to say the quote,
The
right?
Not the whole
long
long
one.
thing. Like just like one little line you remember, like a gist. We don't need like because this
It
is
could
a
be
whole.
close enough.
Yeah, this is a whole monologue. So stop me if you know it.
Okay.
Value this time in your life, kids, because this is the time in your life when you still have your choices, and it goes by so quickly. When you're a teenager, you think you can do anything, and you do. Your 20s are a blur. Your 30s, you raise your family, you make a little money, and you think to yourself, what happened to my 20s? Your 40s, you grow a little pot belly and you grow another chin. The music starts to get too loud, and one of your girlfriends from high school becomes a grandmother. Your 50s, you have minor surgery. You'll call it a procedure, but it's surgery. Your 60s, you have a major surgery. The music is still too loud, but it doesn't matter because you can't hear it anyway. 70s, you and your wife retire at Fort Lauderdale, start eating dinner at 2, lunch around 10, breakfast the night before, and you spend most of your time wandering around malls looking for the ultimate in soft yogurt and muttering, how come the kids don't call? By your 80s, you've had a major stroke and you end up babbling to some Jamaican nurse who your wife can't stand, but you call mama. Any questions?
Wow.
That I know.
This
I've
sounds
heard
very
that.
familiar.
That's like I want to see this movie. Like after that quote, I'm like, I want to see this. Because I think I know who delivers. I feel like it's a Daniel Stern who delivers this monologue, but I could be wrong. I know he's in this
Daniel
movie.
Stern.
He
Who's
is-
Daniel Stern?
You're asking the wrong person.
He is probably most notable from this movie and from Home Alone. He's one of the burglars. He's the burglar that's not Joe Pesci from Home Alone.
Oh, it's my cousin Vinny? No.
No,
He's not Joe Pesci.
he's not. It's Marissa Tomei.
He's not Joe Pesci. He's the other burglar that's not Joe Pesci.
From Home Alone. Yeah, that's. I feel like this
Is it Fast Times at Ridgemont High?
No.
Oh shit!
What is
Oh
it?
God! Wait, can I? Is
Do
there
you want
any
one
other
more? I'll
hints?
give you one more.
Oh, if you can.
I have not seen it, so it's like hard to give a hint for
Okay. Do you
know.
have any more?
it.
We could just take this loss.
Without like just completely giving it away, because again, I learned
I
so
don't know.
little about it.
Okay.
The movie is City Slickers.
Oh,
Oh, I never would have.
guessed.
Oh,
Okay.
that's Jack Palance or whatever probably.
Well, Jack Palance. I feel
Oh
like
no,
the Daniel
Billy
Stern-
Crystal's in it.
Yeah, Billy Crystal's the
Oh
lead.
yeah, okay, that's why.
The character that said this is Mitch Robbins, and again, I've not seen the movie, so I don't know if that's Daniel, because Daniel Stern plays his best friend in this movie. That's like all I
Oh,
know.
okay.
Yeah,
All right. Boo, City Slickers, we hate you. We hate you. I hate you.
Bye.
Okay, this one I'm going to give you the movie, and you have to give me the quote.
Okay.
And I have every confidence in you.
All right.
The number 4 movie of the year 1991 was The Silence of the Lambs.
And I ate his liver with some fava beans.
Yes.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Is
Add
that
it for
good?
sound effect. That was perfect.
That a good one?
See, that's all I needed to hear.
Oh, God.
Yay. Clarice, all those messy touchings and feelings in the back seats of cars, boys.
You did it
That was,
pretty
yeah,
well. That was a
time
little
you've done that.
spooky.
That's pretty great. Okay, the next one,
Number 4.
number 3. We're on number 3
Three.
already. I'll give you the. This isn't like I don't know why there's so many goddamn monologues in this part.
Okay.
This one I think you probably will get a little quicker.
Okay.
Once upon a time in a faraway land, a young prince lived in a shining castle. Although he had everything his heart desired, the prince was spoiled, selfish, and unkind. But then, one winter's night, an old beggar woman came to the castle.
Beauty and the Beast.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep, yeah,
Thank God I
yeah.
didn't. I was like, how is that the most known quote from that movie? That
Yeah,
big
that
long
seems
fucking
stupid.
thing at the beginning. That
Should
is,
have been like Gaston.
how was
Gaston.
like be our guest? Like how's
Yeah,
that? There's your
like,
quote.
be our guest, be our guest.
Exactly.
Like what's the song that Angela Lansbury sings in that?
Oh.
Tale as old as time. Boom. There's your fucking
Yeah.
quote. Why is this whole
and
thing?
why shouldn't she sing that on every episode of Murder, She Wrote?
Right.
That's why these episodes were so bad. She's like, I'm going to be away
I'm busy.
doing VO work
I'm-
for this
yeah.
fucking blockbuster movie.
God.
I don't have time for your nonsense. Okay, the number 2 movie. I'm going to give you the quote for this one, and the next movie you're going to get the movie and name the quote.
Okay.
So we're going to do
I
at
don't know why
least
you
one
pointed
more.
at me because I'm not going to know anything.
You got the last one.
Okay.
Oh, no, you didn't. Pam did, sorry.
I got Beauty and the Beast. Or that
You
one.
got
No.
Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah.
She got Science Limes. I'm saying last time.
I got
did.
Sounds of the
Okay, I
Lambs.
was
But you
okay.
would have gotten Sounds of the
Yeah,
I
Lambs.
would
she
have,
would
I
have.
could.
Yeah.
You also helped me answer Sounds of the Lambs in that other one.
Right, true,
Yeah.
true.
Okay. Why a spoon, cousin? Why not an axe? Because it's dull, you twit. It'll hurt more. Here, let me do it this way. Why a spoon, cousin? Why not an axe? Because it's dull, you twit. It'll hurt more. They did it with real great English accents. They were really English, but I'm not.
Is it like a comedy?
It is not a comedy, despite the one, the one joke in the movie is the most popular line. That is the single joke in this movie.
And it's the second grossest movie in 91.
Second grossing movie in 91. I guess I would say it's kind of an epic. It's a retelling of a classic story.
It's like King Arthur-y kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Like the sword or something. It's called something like that or something.
Something in this sword.
Excalibur. Is it no?
No.
No.
Okay.
I have zero fucking
You're
clue.
just you're swimming in the
I'm
pool. You're
swimming
right there.
around
You're
it.
right there.
It's like Lancelot, Camelot.
Even though it takes place in England, the lead actor is American and basically refused to do a British accent.
That doesn't narrow anything
So he's a
down.
British
Americans are
character.
assholes.
He's a British. Like they wrote in that he was. I think they wrote in that he was like an American,
I
just because
wouldn't
he
have
was
seen
not.
this, right?
He was not doing. You might have like. It's a great
like
movie.
Kevin Costner or somebody. It's Kevin Costner.
It is Kevin Costner.
Oh my God! It's Kevin Costner.
English movies, 1901.
It's not
921.
Braveheart. It's not Dances with Wolves. It's like
no, it's right in that wheelhouse.
but
I
it's
drove
Kevin-
it was not showing in my hometown of Butte, Montana, and my mom drove me one town over
Wow.
To
to
go
see
see
this
this
movie
movie?
because I was going through a phase of loving this character.
of loving this character.
Of this character.
Ben was
The
a weirdo, so I don't know.
I
Wait, you mean
wasn't-
the character that Kevin Costner played?
He played a character
like King Arthur kind of thing?
Like, yeah, it's a character. Like, he's not the first person to portray this character.
Okay, I'm not even going to pretend to guess.
It's not like Hamlet or whatever. It's not
Mhm.
like
What was
It's
Ben
not like a
into
Shakespeare.
in 91?
it's not like a Shakespeare kind of a thing.
No, it's nothing as
It's more
high,
like
it's highfalutin
more
as that.
like it's more
It's more of a commoner's tale.
like
I don't know.
it's not like
Are
about
you
a
like
dragon.
a something tale?
No, it doesn't have the word
Okay.
tail. I wasn't
Oh
trying
my
to
God,
be
Kevin
clever.
Costner's in it. I'm close.
You're
oh,
so
God,
close.
I'm so close. I'm
I feel
in
like
the
we're
zone.
not-
I'm in the zone. I'm so in the zone. I'm in the zone. I'm so
Awesome.
close, but I'm so far away.
This is going to have to be a listener's
It's-
donation to Pam.
They're gonna have to make up this 5.
Yeah.
This is gonna kill me when I hear it. Is
The
it?
answer is
No. No.
The answer is
Ah.
Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves.
Oh, a commoner's tale! Help me!
You were
Help
Robin Hood?
I love Robin Hood.
Oh, that's good.
I love Robin Hood. That movie was my jam.
Stupid Kevin Costner was Robin Hood and he wouldn't have an accent.
He had like a Southern California accent.
What a
running around with all
weirdo.
these, Alan Rickman playing the Sheriff of Nottingham.
That's amazing.
God.
Yeah, never.
Okay. The final one, and I'm going to give you the movie, and you give me the
I
quote.
can't believe I couldn't think of stupid. Okay.
The movie, the number one movie of 1991, Terminator 2, Judgment Day.
Oh, it's,
What is the top quote from Terminator 2, Judgment Day?
Which one is it?
Like,
It was come
I
with
said
me
I'll
if
be
you wanna
back.
live.
I said I'll be back. Oh yeah, come
Come
with me if you want to live.
I
Is
don't
a
know which
good
is that
one.
one from.
I think those are both from the first one.
Oh, they
Okay.
are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Although
what
I
does
think
he
they
say?
I think they say "Come with me if you want to live in everyone." To be fair, but it's
Does it have to do with someone's name? Like,
Is it Sarah
No.
Connor?
yeah, Sarah.
Is it
That's
something
what I'm
like
thinking. Sarah.
is Sarah Connor your mom? Your mom.
your mother.
He
He's
only
a-
had like, was it his line? Because he only had like.
He had very few lines.
Yeah.
and it
Hasta
was-
la vista, baby.
That's it.
Ah,
Hasta la vista, baby.
good.
Hasta living la vida loca. Hasta la
Ricky.
vista, baby.
All right, we did it.
Yay!
Pam won $75 for
Bye.
Planned
Oh,
Go, Pam.
$75! Oh my
Take
gosh.
that, Mike Pence.
Yeah. Donate in Mike Pence's name.
Ugh, yes.
Parenthood. All right,
Awesome.
guys.
Thank you.
All right, Pam. Tell the good folks where they can find you online.
Oh.
Because I neglected to do it up top. I apologize.
Oh, that's okay. Online. I mean, in
Anywhere.
real life, you can find me at home crying.
Yeah.
But online, murphyplease.com, MURPHY, that's my last name, please. Murphyplease.com or at murphyplease on Twitter, at murphyplease on Instagram.
And please do pronounce it Murphy, please.
Murphy,
That's my-
please.
Please.
And I perform at the UCB Theater. You can go to ucbtheater.com.
Woohoo!
Check it out.
Perfect.
Let's
All right.
do it.
All right, Pam. Thank you so much for being
Thank you.
here.
Thanks for having me. Such a pleasure.
This was
Pleasure's
great.
all ours.
All
Thank
ours.
you. Thank you.
All right, guys. We will see you next time. Oh, yeah. We got a thing we read.
Yeah.
Okay. Until next time,
Do all the good you can
for all the people you can,
in all the ways you can.
for as long as ever you can.
Bye.
Aww.
Bye.